Hi, folks. There's a possibility of a second wave of COVID-19 expected possibly coming in the fall, winter months, or even the next spring here, which causes more major events to be canceled, delayed, or postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic disease, potentially. And of course, the 2021 MLB season here for the second year, it could be delayed here because of the ongoing pandemic. Potentially could be the second wave going on here if that occurs. And of course, they're going to be canceling the New York City Auto Show again for the second straight year in a row, potentially in April 2021. and the schools will be shut down again if the second wave lingers. And and of course, there'll be more events to be canceled again, including remember we had the 9/11 memorial yesterday. In fact, they might be canceled again next year again. And of course, the Columbus Day Parade here had already been canceled this year. In fact, it will be canceled again for another 2, 3, or 4 years, depending how long will that pandemic will end, as well as the New York City Marathon. I know it's already been canceled this year, but I might say it will be canceled for the next 2, 3, or even 4 years because of the pandemic. Here, we could see a second wave or even multiple waves of COVID. And, of course, New York City Veterans Day Parade here, which normally takes place in Veterans Day, I say it will be canceled as well here. In fact, it will be canceled, potentially, for the next 2, 3, or even 4 years, depending how long the pandemic will end. And, of course, the New York City Thanksgiving Day Parade here, I say it should be canceled here for this year. And I know I may not be right, but I say it will be canceled for the next 2, 3, or even 4 years because of the pandemic, because a lot of people are getting sick. And Radio City Rockettes here normally takes place in Radio City Music Hall. I know it's already been canceled this year, but I say it will be canceled for the next 2, 3, or even 4 years because of the pandemic here. This causes a major risk here. And of course, the New York City Rockefeller Center tree lighting here, I know will not run. Well, it will be running this year, but will not be having large gatherings a lot because of the pandemic here. In fact, it will be banned large gatherings for the next 2, 3, even 4 years. And of course, the New York City ball drop, which normally celebrate every year. I say will not have a large crowd out there because of the pandemic. In fact, will not have a large crowd for the next 2, 3, or even 4 years because of the pandemic concerns. I know this whole country is really surging here, as well as Six Flags parks here. Normally they announce the 2021 attractions for each year, but there's nothing has changed here. There's nothing you can do about it because until way further notice here. So you can always check back for more updates. Normally Jersey Devil here, normally at Great Adventure, which was supposed to be open until next year, but because if the possible pandemic is still surging, and if the second wave approaching, or even multiple waves here, Jersey Devil may be delayed until possibly 2022 or 23 or even 24, depending how long the pandemic will end. Remember, like I said, I may not be right, but that can change here. I know people wanted to go to Six Flags all the time. I know I always wanted to go there too. But unfortunately, it will not be running this year. They already canceled the Fright Fest here, but instead it was the HalloFest for this year's Six Flags Parks here, including Great Adventure. In fact, the Fright Fest will not run for the next 2, 3, or even 4 years because of the possible pandemic here. So instead, it will be HalloFest for the next 2, 3, or even 4 years, depending. How long will that end? So nobody knows when. And also, Six Flags Magic Mountain, I know they shut down since March here. In fact, I think it will be shut down possibly for good, or possibly for them to wait for the notice here. Although I may not be considered to be ethically right, but that can change. It all depends on what the officials say. It's up to the president, Donald Trump here, and up to the New York City, to the mayors and governors here, including New York City mayor. Yeah, I don't know what that was here, and the governor, I think Cuomo. Yeah, and that one in New York here, but who knows what we're gonna do here? But I know it's just crazy here. This is why I know they shouldn't be going anywhere else because of the pandemic. This is why a lot of people are getting infected and getting sick from the virus here, and it just caused the whole world to shut down because of that. Yeah, in fact, I know it's only the first wave, and it hasn't ended just yet, but hopefully it should be ended. But hopefully we'll. Yeah, I know there could be a second wave here. I hope not to be here. But at least God will keep them strong. Will keep us strong too. Hopefully, hopefully we'll fight it out. Yeah, so we must prevail. Hopefully we'll keep you all safe. We'll keep everyone safe, especially for me too. I want to keep myself safe. I want to keep my whole family safe. I want to keep everyone safe. That's the number one goal we have to do. No one is allowed to go out until a vaccine is declared proven safe. That's the reason why for it there. So everything changes here. I know summer vacations already over here. Kids are going back to school. But remember, not all the kids going to school directly here. But that's why they're going to be cut it in half here. For example, like Group A, Group B, Group C here. That's why they split the groups differently. So this way they can give them process here so far. And some of them are doing in-person school, and others doing remotely. Like college students here. They're doing remote schools here because one of them have tested for COVID. Yeah, this is why it's a new disease here. It's getting crazy. But God will understand. Hopefully, we'll take control for it there. Anyway, that's it for now. That's the latest stories we gotta tell you here. Although it may not be epically right, but it's up to the officials here. We'll see what they have to say. Okay. Anyway, thanks for your time and help. If you have any questions here, just feel free to comment on my YouTube channel. Thank you all. Bye.